All right, everybody, welcome back. Welcome back. It's been a minute since I did a video. I've been busy. Um, so y'all see the title of this video. It says PepsiCo plans to cut hundreds of corporate jobs. So as this video is basically going to piggyback off of the last video that I did, as far as the layoffs. These companies, these big corporations are laying off workers. Now, you will see in the video, I'm going to play a video after this after I finish reading this article. Basically that you'll see the guys basically says that it's not thousands, you're just going to lay off hundreds. But what if you're one of the hundreds that's being laid off? What if you're one of the ones that's getting that pink slip? And so, as you're going to see, that there's more companies planning on laying off people, and everybody's out here Christmas shopping, running up their credit cards, and they don't understand what's about to take place. So I just want y'all to prepare yourselves. These companies are preparing themselves for the recession that's coming. The stock market has been up over 10 to 14 years. They've been printing money for a long time. This could be one of the biggest bubbles in history that's about to pop. And everybody out here just shopping away like they don't have a care in the world. I think more people need to pay attention and stop, following the distractions like sports and, this entertainment and all that. To pay attention to what's really going on. So the layoffs are continuing. And when a company like Pepsi is going to lay off people, I think people ought to take notice and just pay attention to what's really going on out here. So I think it's time for everybody to start tightening their purse strings. The companies are already tightening their purse strings. They're letting people go. And people don't understand that there's a difference between the economy and the stock market. When the economy goes down and people are losing their homes, the stock market actually can be going up. And people don't understand that. Why is the stock market going up? Because there's two different things, y'all. The stock market and the economy are different. So just prepare yourselves and pay attention. And I'm going to read this article. And then I'm gonna show you. I'll give you a brief profile of what the company owns, the type of brands that are underneath this this company, PepsiCo. PepsiCo is one of the stocks that we owned. We used to own. We're actually gonna own it again. But because Pepsi, when you own Pepsi, you own a whole bunch of different brands. But as of right now, they're making themselves leaner so they can save some of that greener in their pockets. All right? So let me just get into this article real fast, and I'll show you what they own. It says PepsiCo is cutting hundreds of corporate jobs at its North American snacks and beverage divisions, according to the news report, making it the latest large employer to scale back its white-collar workforce. So they're going after their corporate. They're going after higher paying jobs. And that's because these are the jobs that cost them the most money. So they hit the corporate side first. Wow. So if you was wanting the white-collar jobs, that means this is basically in management. If you're in upper management, these are the jobs that are being discarded or they're getting rid of. Let's see. It's also a sign that the big layoffs have extended beyond tech and the media sectors as the companies brace for a lighter economic environment. A tighter economic environment. The Wall Street Journal reported, citing people familiar with the matter and internal documents, some of the country's largest employers, including Walmart, Amazon, listen to this, y'all, Facebook's parent company, Meta, have recently slashed thousands of white-collar jobs. That's on top of heavy job reductions in the media world, including CNN and Gannett newspapers. Amazon founder Jeff Bezos owns the Washington Post. Wow. So, also Amazon also owns Whole Foods as well. For some of y'all that don't know that, they actually own that. The PepsiCo cuts will occur within its beverage businesses based in Purchase, New York, as well as the snacks and packaged food business headquartered in both Chicago and Plano, Texas, the report said. Wow. A memo to staff explained that the layoffs were meant to simplify the organizations so we can operate more efficiently, the journal reported. The cut followed what company leaders described as strong third quarter results. Revenue has jumped nearly 8% year to date. PepsiCo, which makes snacks like Doritos and Lay's, in addition to soft drinks, did not immediately respond to a request for comment from the Washington Post. Despite a growing number of large-scale layoffs in recent months, the job market has remained resilient as the Federal Reserve tightened interest rates in an effort to crush inflation. The U.S. economy added 263,000 jobs in November, according to the Bureau of Labor Statistics report released Friday, a slight drop from October but still above historic norms. It remains unclear whether the layoffs in the tech and the media sectors represent a harbinger of recession. The tens of thousands of tech workers let go this year may mark the end of a historically strong decade for the industry, and economists say there could be a spillover effect into other businesses as the economy shows signs of slowing. This is a developing story and will be updated. So, y'all see what they're saying. And that's what I'm saying to y'all. Everybody needs to wake up. Y'all going out here for one day. Y'all buying all this stuff for one day. Trying to please somebody for one day. And I'm just saying, just be mindful of your finances. Be mindful of your money. Because the layoffs are still continuing. They are continuing and they will not stop. And if people can't pay if they're not getting paid, what if these corporate people own these big houses? Think about that. Now, I'm hoping that these corporate people that they are laying off, at least they give them some kind of severance package. But who knows? So it's just for demand, y'all, just to be careful when you're out here doing all this Christmas shopping and carrying on, that you're not running up your credit cards. Because, getting yourself deeper in debt is not a good thing. It's definitely not a good thing. So when y'all watch this clip on here, you're gonna see the guy say, "Oh, they're just laying off hundreds of people, not thousands." But like I said, what if that's you? So those are still people that are gonna be losing their jobs. Now let's go check out Pepsi's profile, see what they own. Look at some of the brands they own. See, they own Starbucks right there, 7-Up, Quaker Oats, Frito-Lay. Look at that. Look at this. says, PepsiCo products are enjoyed by consumers more than 1 billion times a day in more than 200 countries and territories around the world. PepsiCo generated $79 billion in revenue in 2021, driven by a complementary beverage and convenience store portfolio that includes Lay's, Doritos, Cheetos, Gatorade, Pepsi Cola, Mountain Dew, Quaker, and SodaStream. PepsiCo products portfolio includes a wide range of enjoyable foods and beverages, including many iconic brands that generate more than 1 billion each in estimated annual retail sales. Wow. That's crazy. So any of these brands, Lipton, Quaker Oats, they all generate over $1 billion in sales each brand. Doritos, look at this, Totitos. They also do the sauces. So, in 1932, Herman W. Lay began a potato chip business in Nashville, Tennessee. Soon after that, he purchased the manufacturer and formed H.W. Lay and Company. In 1961, the company merged with Frito-Lay, or Frito Company, becoming Frito-Lay, Inc. And in 1965, Frito-Lay, Inc. merged with Pepsi to form Pepsi Cola. So, a little history on it. There y'all go. All right, y'all. So, behind this, I got a video that I recorded this morning from Fox News. Y'all just pay attention to that. And like I said, just prepare yourselves. And I just hope for the best for everybody out here, because this year it might be a rough one. So don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And this is the Truth Seeking Network, and I'll catch y'all on the next one. Check out the video. Peace.
What is essentially disingenuous memos to people, and basically saying how great everything is, but you got to go. So you pick your poison. I mean, I don't know about you, but I've been laid off before. I know what it's like being called in a room. It's not fun. I kind of like it better that way than people starting to sugarcoat things. It is what it is. PepsiCo is, they're worried about a recession, what it's going to do to the soft drink and their various brands going forward. It's kind of interesting that Brian Moynihan is downplaying the recession when you got something like PepsiCo, which you would think is recession resistant, so to speak, cutting. It's kind of a sort of warning sign that this could get kind of rough, I think. But, Brian's been running a very successful bank since the financial crisis. He knows his stuff. And by the way, great get on him. Back to you, Neil.
And a small percentage of the overall workforce, but you're quite right. And I will ask about that. Charlie, good seeing you again, my friend. Charlie Gasparino on those developments. Want to get Mitch Rochelle's read on all of this, the Macro Trends Advisors, the founding partner. Good read of the economy and where we're going here. But, I was thinking, Mitch, and there is something to what Charlie's saying. There is no nice way to tell someone if you're losing your job. So there's no way to sugarcoat it. The one thing that's been remarkable about the economy to date is so few companies have been laying off workers. It's picking up steam, but we see general job growth in the latest period, 263,000 more such jobs, more than 10.5 million available. So I don't want to present this as let them eat cake, but it could be a lot worse. Or do you see this as a preview of coming attractions?
A little bit of everything, Neil. I think the one overarching observation I'd make is there's some deferred house cleaning in companies. I think it was a tough time to clean house when the economy was suffering in the throes of the COVID period, and companies were doing everything they could to keep employees. So there's probably a little bit of deferred maintenance there. Pepsi's talking about laying off hundreds of people, not thousands of people. So I don't see it as a big issue. And I think if you look at their business, they are somewhat recession-proof. But, it's not bad management to make sure that you continue to have the best and brightest in the company. And some people just may not, meet those two requirements. So I'm not reading a lot into it. I don't think the snack business is going to take it on the chin that much. It's probably the last thing that people are going to cut out in the discretionary spending. But it's a sign of the times. I think we're going to see more and more companies laying off employees in the hundreds. not the thousands.
Very good point. I'm glad you mentioned it too, because PepsiCo has more than 310,000 workers. That is not mitigating the hundreds who will lose their job, but a small fraction of that overall. And that is consistent with a lot of the, to your point, Fortune 1000 companies that have announced such moves. Stepping back, though, we got another big sell-off today, all built on fears the Federal Reserve now might go beyond 5%, hiking federal funds way beyond that, and on we go. Maybe not at the three-quarter point at a clip, rate we've seen in the last 4 times, but still steady as she goes, advances the same. What do you think?
You know, they claim to be data dependent, and there's a lot of data to look at. And I think the more they look at it, it seems that they still need work to cool down the economy and to soften demand. I think one of the things that the Fed is worried about, and quite frankly I'm worried about, is the amount of consumer spending that's going on this holiday season, but on credit cards. I don't think that raising rates is going to stop people because it's buy it now, pay for it later. But I think they are concerned that the consumer continues to charge forward, and they do need to cool off the consumer side of demand, because that's, could be, 2/3 to 3/4 of our economy in any given quarter.